Oh yeah, I don't know. It's like so. If it depends on what you want to do to be able to increase the gameplay time. Also, hi, welcome to the space. So some people will do it through systems, right? That creates work, but it's also kind of less work than doing bespoke story work, which is also a way that you can increase the time of what people play. So if you look at it like increasing through systems, it tends to be a little bit quicker, but it's not for everyone. If you look at like Vampire Survivor and any game that's similar to Vampire Survivor, the reason why that's a popular thing to start out making a first game, to make a level of progression that feels satisfying. It's like a easier road to get there, I think, is what they're talking about. I tend to like to do things through story, and things are paced out to the moment. So it's like about and giving people space to play the gameplay in between. What you want to be looking at is what the player is getting to do satisfying? Because if you increase, if you have an area of gameplay that covers 1 to 2 minutes of gameplay, and it's satisfying, but if you expand that to 4 minutes, it suddenly isn't satisfying. It's the same way that Ginger Dev, what's up? It's the same way that like if you, that's like bullet sponge enemies, right? Like you have an enemy with hit points, and maybe fighting the enemy with 100 hit points is really satisfying. But then you take the enemy and you give them, 10,000 hit points, and now they're like a bullet sponge. You extended the gameplay, but the satisfaction of the player is being drained out and not built on. SpongeBob into the enemy. Yeah. Oh my God! Why don't they make SpongeBob a spongy bad guy? So like a lot of games would want to extend the game that way. It has a fall off rate, right? In terms of whether the player is actually being satisfied with what's going on. When I'm building my game, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Do I have it? I'll just do it from. Can I just do it from the engine? Can I just do it from here? Can we just do it from there? Sorry, I'll stop. No, I won't stop. I can't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop. Don't stop. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that. Woke up with Ginger Drift. Oh yeah, I gotta send you the VOD. I got to play your update last Friday, because I finally got back to like my normal schedule of playing stuff. But Hotel Soap 25, I'll show you really quick on a little bit more of what I mean. Yeah, you have a lot more, and I think there was a lot more on the in between of telling me what to do and getting me connected through that. Okay. What's up? How are you doing, Bridger? And welcome to this space. Welcome. I am Otter. I like to make games, and I like to play games. And I guess video game development is just sort of my autism special interest, so that's about all I do. Welcome to this space. It was a lot different from the last time we played. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like, it felt like it was, like, breadcrumbing me a lot better, But then I also realized I really need to work on, like, seeing the tired mode on the cultist now was a good reminder, but it also showed me, wow, I really need to get those beds built so I can get them back and working again. So if I do it here? So basically, like, my first level that I'm doing for the demo is broken up into 4, like it's first stage, 4 different levels. So this is level 1, right? And before I go out from that, and what I do when I'm playing, because my gameplay is broken up into 3 different ways, and this is to go to your pacing question. So when I'm pacing out a section like this, I'm looking for a couple of different things. I'm looking for building out bubbles of what the gameplay needs. And in my game, there's exploration, which is locomotion and maybe finding secrets. There's a little bit of role play, which is talking to other characters, maybe picking up quests. And then there's combat zones. It's the same way you build out a larger RPG, but I'm just doing a tiny, smaller, regressed version of that. And so I think of this in terms of bubbles of space in time for pacing that I want the player to have. So, and the other thing about that is, here, let me see if I can capture this. Can I do this? Because I want to draw on it. I want to draw on it. And I want to do this. There we go. Cool. Sweet. Go back. There we go. So, the other thing you want to look at is your tension curves, okay? because your tension curves through the level. If it just stays too samey too long, that's where it starts to not feel satisfying. That's where it starts to not feel fun. So your tension curves being, this is the start of the game. It's relatively simple. And then we come down into this space where we learn to play the first time, but it's still relatively simple. The tension curves are a little bit of motion. I don't have any bad guys in here yet. You're just still learning, right? And then we come out into an open space that's still kind of normal. That's fine. Maybe some NPCs to talk to here or something like that. Maybe just like a little bit of exploration space. And this is the first level, right? So you go through here, and then maybe we start having bad guys. That's where this really starts to happen, where you deal with bad guys. And the same around here. A little bit of exploration. There's fall gaps you have to worry about falling into. More hazards. Big, giant, mean Canadian Goose is your first introduction there through play. And then we're back down again to exploration, right? And then we're ratcheting back up into tension, right? And now, if this is just the first level, if I showed you a level that happens later, it might be the beginning is all high tension, and then it peters out into like a plane for just nice exploration where the player can breathe and relax. And then might go back into higher tension. So that's what tension curves are. And you through your level, that's how you pace it out. You're like, well, it's a bunch of dead area, or it's just constant combat that I'm starting to not like the combat, or it's not satisfying. That's how you pace the player. Like you bring it up to them enough to the point that it's satisfying, and then you let it go. And then you let them have something else, and then you bring back up the tension. You know, it's like that. It's like pacing and editing in film, basically, but through your level design. Hi. I have oatmeal. Oh my god, that's cool.